DJ, you've been to a lot of people's camps. You've been to a lot of different trainers. You've been around some of the best athletes around the nation. But what would you say would be the difference maker in why a kid should use the vest or why they shouldn't?
Well, first of all, regular coaches who do regular training, they aren't going to focus on that one aspect of your game that's hindering you from being the great athlete that you're supposed to be. For instance, if you're not as good of a dribbler as you are a shooter or as you are a post-up player, regular coaches are just going to hide you and break off that part of your game and just going to say, hey, you know what, forget it, we're just going to move on to something you're good at. What the crossover training does is instead of hiding you from it and putting it in a shadow to where you can't see it and you don't worry about it, it actually brings it out. And it actually makes you focus on that one or two aspects of your game that are hindering you from being the great athlete that you're supposed to be. For instance, like I said earlier, if you're not as good of a dribbler as you are a shooter, the best dribbling components, they're going to help you focus on that one aspect, doing the side-to-side dribbles, doing between the leg moves, working on different moves throughout the training to where you can get better in practice, not just at what you're good at, but what you're not as good at, to where you can become equally good at everything.
So if I was a kid and I was just starting off, or I'm a parent and say that there's training without the vest, and then I'm trying to, and you want to explain to a parent or a kid why they need the vest, what would be the best thing that you could tell them? Why does a kid or a parent need to have them in the crossover training?
Well, one is because it gets you better. It doesn't just keep you in the one spot that you're good at. If you're good at shooting, it's gonna help you shoot, but it's also gonna help you do a whole bunch of other things. The vest is not only one. It's a whole bunch of things wrapped up into one product. Dribbling, shooting, layups, behind the back dribbling, and throughout the training, our coaches all over the nation have come up with different drills and different ways to help the players individually learn different ways to where they can get better in the aspects that they need to. One answer that I would say to a parent that has a kid and they want to say crossover training versus regular training, the crossover vest is like a wearable coach. So if instead of one person having 30 kids and only focusing on this one player who's dribbling and looking dead down at the ball while their son is in the back messing up and kicking the ball all over the court, the crossover vest and crossover training helps the kid know that while the coach isn't looking, they're still getting better and that they can still practice even without the coach's approval, even without the coaches having to look at them directly and say, you're looking down at the ball or you're dribbling too high. The crossover vest automatically helps you with all that stuff. If you have any other problems, then the coaches, all of our coaches that are around the world, they're going to help you get better by doing the multiple drills and multiple activities that we do in crossover training to help you get better in that aspect of your game.
Thank you.